everybody, and welcome to the Mega Gamecast. It's episode 24, a very special episode. I'm your host, Ryan Shepard, and with me today I've got Cy Cuddy, and...
How's it going, everybody?
Newcomer to the cast, Christopher Morin.
Chowdy.
You may remember him from our Layers of Fear Let's Play. He was the guy actually playing.
And screaming.
I was just the guy laughing at him for jumping at every single thing that came out at him.
And asking me if I can open that drawer.
Yes, I am the layers of drawers of Layers of Fear. So, the three of us ventured out to Boston about a week ago.
Oh, yes.
And we experienced PAX East. Now, PAX East, that was in the Boston Convention Center.
Boston, dude.
Boston, all the way out in Boston.
Fucking Boston, cat.
South Boston, Southie, y'all.
Had some cannolis, y'all.
Some chowder,
some buttermilk.
Some chowder, y'all. And, man, what a busy place that was.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of people there.
That's the understatement of the century. I've heard people coming all the way up from the East Coast just to come to this particular convention, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, there were people from all over the place, industry people from the West Coast even.
Definitely.
So, there was just so many people. More people than we probably thought there were going to be. But it was cool. We had despite not really getting to do a whole lot, we
missed about an hour.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Despite not really getting to end up doing a whole lot, it was kind of fun, right? I think we had a good time.
It was a solid 6.
No, I definitely had a great experience.
6 out of 7.
6 out of, yeah.
Yeah, 6 out of 7.
No.
Solid 6 out of 7.
No.
And what we're going to do is just kind of recount our day. And we'll start with Mr. Cyrus Cuddy telling me the night before that he was a little drunk.
Out with the boys.
Yeah, out with the boys, let's say.
All right. Well, what happened, Ryan, was yesterday, what happened was the night before, a couple of friends of me and my roommates came down. I had no idea they were coming until last minute, and then we made the decision to go out drinking. We went to O'Connell's. We met some ladies. We had
gas station
drinks. Woof. No, man. This is a straight-out Irish bar and college night. So I ended up getting a few numbers. They weren't college-age girls. I want to make that clear. But, it ended up being that we stayed out later than expected. Then, after getting the Uber, I decided it'd be a great idea to order some Domino's. And after the Domino's came in...
Is that a shameless plug in Uber?
Easy, Papa John.
What's up?
Is that a shameless plug in Uber?
Well, actually, no, Ryan. We got the Uber was just for the ride back. Domino's we had delivered to us.
Oh, okay.
So
in less than 30 minutes?
What happened after that was one of my friends decided it would be a good idea we find a movie to pass out to, and he made me watch After Earth, which, of course, was that awful sci-fi movie with Will Smith and his son. So after passing out, I went back to my room, woke up, and I was slightly hungover. I saw the time, and I was just like, damn, I wish I could sleep in more. But I remembered it was the day of the big convention.
It was PAX Day. It was PAX Day.
It was PAX Day, Ryan. So what happened after that was I was just waiting for Ryan, and I knew that it was going to be a long day, in a good way, though, mostly because I'm a little hungover, suffering from some heartburn and somewhat heartbreak, because that same previous day, the girl I was seeing said she wanted to end things, which sucked, which is kind of why I needed that night of drinking.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually how she ended it.
You didn't even say that.
It's always you. It's always me.
You're giving me...
No, it was definitely her. But Let's just
Bitch.
skip that part. Let's just skip
well,
that.
meanwhile,
What was their name?
While you're trying to recover from your hangover from the previous night and your heartbreak, we're on our way from. Well, I came from West Brookfield, picked this guy up in Worcester, and we're heading out to meet you at your house. And there's a bit of a low bridge that we came upon.
It's a very famous low bridge.
Very, very famous low bridge.
So famous.
So famous that they actually hang wind chimes in order to warn you that your truck can't make it under the bridge.
If you make music, you won't make it past this bridge.
Yeah. And this truck, like right in front of us, of course, hit those wind chimes. Music. And it seems like they may have maybe put the wind chimes in a terrible spot because the only other road to avoid this bridge is like this 90-degree turn onto this very narrow street.
And it was trash day.
So
the streets are just lined with trash.
The streets are just filled with garbage.
Yeah.
That's opposed to...
They're always filled with garbage.
Yeah, to normal days where it's just kind of full of garbage, like halfway full of garbage.
Well, it's the city of Worcester. What do you expect?
Hey, ho, hey, hey, ho.
Hey.
All right, I'm not... if I wanted to diss Worcester, I'd get into Kelly Square, but let's keep going.
Hey, Worcester sucks, all right?
You mean the demo derby.
And so this truck tries to take this corner, and it's a big truck. It's not a small truck that's just barely not making it under this bridge. It's a huge truck. And we ended up going around it. We were able to sneak around, but I'd have to imagine that the result of that entire thing was that it probably knocked over a telephone pole, a light pole, because it was like up on the curb, and there was literally nowhere for it to go other than to just drive over this light pole.
Or through the building.
Yeah. I mean, one of the two happened, and we're just going to assume that everyone died.
Well, this is kind of a morbid start.
Anyway,
but we were on our way to PAX.
So we didn't have time to help resuscitate anybody. So then we arrive at Size, and for those of you that don't know, which very few of you probably do, Cy lives on a divided highway. It's you can't. It's the two ways of traffic are split, and you got to.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's what that means. You got to. We had to bang a Yui in order to whip around and get to his house, and I had been there once before and made the same mistake that I made this time, and that was drive past his driveway and go onto the side street that doesn't loop around. It probably does eventually, but I didn't remember exactly how to go. So
it's okay, Ryan. Third time will be a charm next time you come over.
Next time I'm going to be fine. So I decided I'm just going to go around, and it was definitely the right decision to bank another Yui.
Lap
and, 2. Pick him up. And he was a little hungover. Not gonna lie.
It should be noted. Yeah, I saw you guys, and I was just like, nice. I was finishing my my vitamin water because I knew I shouldn't eat anything yet, or I'd get something on the way. And while I was waiting for you guys, I noticed all the beer bottles because the friends from last night decided, in their drunken stupor, it'd be fun to play some beer bottle baseball. So I won't get into that because I
did not notice any of
trouble. Yeah, I didn't notice any beer bottles.
Well, luckily you guys missed running over the glass while you were turning around.
Luckily. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
way. What happened was, So as like I said, I had a hangover that would make our girl Stephanie Hunter very proud, and I saw you guys, and I was just shout
shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Then we get in, and I using my and let me just be clear that I was the one who planned our destination from my house to there, and I thought I did a pretty decent job. I showed you guys the directions on the T station, but Ryan, let's continue to your part of the story.
Well, my part of the story was that I drove past the entrance to the T parking, and
3 times.
3.
Not once, not twice.
Well, the first time.
I don't remember 3 times.
Then we went into the bus area, turned around,
Yeah, I remember that.
And
yeah.
then I was like, okay. Well, first of all,
Okay, yeah, I guess we
The
could have
first time
turned
by-
there. We
the
could have
first time
turned
by,
there,
I
but
said,
it's,
"Hey."
it was in my defense. It's a very confusing intersection, and
well,
it's not clear whether or not you could have turned left there.
before that though, I said, hey, go there.
You got to speak up, man.
The parking garage, right?
This is actually the running theme throughout this entire day is that Chris needs to speak up.
So, so they have this establishment. They call it a parking garage. They do you the convenience of putting a sign in front of it with an arrow that says parking. And you go in there where that sign is, and then you can park. So, naturally, the first time by, I said, hey, go in there.
Listen,
We need to park, and that's the place to do it. So,
if I just
go in
parked
there.
wherever there was a sign that says parking, I would never get anywhere because I'd just be parking everywhere. All right. So sometimes I just drive past signs that say parking and look for a better parking spot. All right. That's what I was doing. I was doing us a favor. I wanted to get us as close to the T station as possible.
Yes.
And I mean, we didn't end up finding a better spot, but we got there.
Yeah.
we ended up
did
getting
get
there.
We didn't
there.
even need a parking pass.
No, we didn't.
We probably would have forgot it anyway, but...
No, we did. I got a ticket.
Oh,
I
yes,
got the
we
parking
did, yes.
ticket. Yeah, $7 for a whole day. I mean, what are you gonna do?
You can't go wrong
You can't go wrong there.
if you can find the place.
Right.
So,
So
we turn around.
here we are.
We come back. We're like 10 feet from said sign.
Oh no, I was just gonna jump right to the T. We're parked now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going back to how it was like 3 times.
Yeah.
3 attempts.
Well,
But anyway, yeah. Yada, yada, yada.
yada yada.
Parked.
We're parked at the top of the parking garage,
At the very top.
very top. And then
The world is ours.
we've got some stuff that I need to pick up. So I've got like my drink in one hand, and I had to put something down.
You had your iced coffee.
Yeah, I had to put something down in order to pick up my iced coffee because I wanted to throw it away. I didn't want to sit in my car the whole day. And we make our way into the structure, the actual parking garage, or it's a stairwell. And the first thing we notice is that there's a whole bunch of furniture and like just junk put in front of the stairs so you couldn't get up to the next level. And it's like, are we already in a video game?
Yeah. VR?
Yeah, is this real life right here? Because I had just played Quantum Break, and that was pretty much that
A
entire
lot
game.
of that, yeah.
Is just furniture in front of
RE6
stairways.
too.
Yeah,
They do that a lot.
furniture in front of stairways that you can't go up. So we walk all the way down to the T station,
All the way down.
all the way down, and we get our tickets, and we go into the bathroom because we have to go to the bathroom. And
Together.
there was no soap. There was no paper towels.
There were no
It was
toilets.
a really disgusting bathroom. One of top 10 worst bathrooms I've ever been in, I think.
Yikes.
And then we got on the train, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
So
put, what did you put, $20 on your
Yeah,
ticket
I ended
or
up putting
something?
$20 in the machine
For a $2
for a $10
$2.65
ticket. No,
Right.
I got a $10 ticket because I knew we would have to come back. Little did I know,
Yeah.
I
how
had a
many
whole
times,
lot
though?
of hindsight on
Yeah.
that one.
Got your money's worth.
So I got $10 on my ticket, my Charlie ticket, and I got another $10 worth of coins. It just
They were dollar bill coins, Ryan.
Yeah, it was just it just dumped out dollar bill coins at me. I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought I was going to get, a couple fives, maybe hopefully a 10 cuz that would have been ideal, or worst case scenario a bunch of ones. No, just a bunch of coins.
Bunch of sacks.
There's actually some George Washington dollars in there. Maybe some collectible stuff in there. Maybe hold on to it a little bit.
Sacagaweas.
Yeah, Sacagawea. And so then we get on the train. And
First time.
so what happened on this first time? Did anything really significant happen
Well,
outside of the obvious?
okay. Other than,
Outside of the obvious,
let's see.
I don't think anything happened on that particular trip.
No, not really.
So we get about halfway. I'd say about
Oh,
halfway.
it was
No, it was halfway.
65%.
65%
We were,
out
what,
of
3 stops away, I think?
65%. You think 60% out of 120%?
I would say as much. Maybe I wouldn't go any higher than 60%.
Yeah, all right, 60% there, and I started frantically patting down my pockets because
Because that's
for
what
some
you do.
reason, Yeah, that's what I do normally. So I was like, might as well.
Trains make me nervous.
Might as well. For some reason, something clicked in my head where I was like, "Where's my ticket? Where's my pack? Where's my pass? The PAX, my PAX pass."
It's probably because we were looking at the app.
Yeah.
We downloaded the app.
Well, yeah, maybe that had something to do with it, and it wasn't in any of my pockets. These jokers over here keep saying, "Is it in your pocket? Is it in your pocket?"
I was
and
like,
I'm like,
"Oh, haha,
dude,
good
I've
one."
checked my pockets.
Yeah.
I've checked all of my pockets. It's not here. It's not in my wallet. The pass was bigger than my wallet, so I wouldn't have stuck it in my wallet. It's gone. It's like, where is this? Did I leave it at home? Did I leave it at home? Did I drop it somewhere? So we go all the way back. On the way back.
Oh, yes.
Did something happen on the way back?
Did something happen on the way back? Yeah, for some reason,
We were
the
talking about
three of
Mission
us were
Impossible,
discussing the Mission Impossible movies.
Tom Cruise movies,
yes.
yeah.
Yep.
And then I was just describing what the cast was like, who Tom Cruise was and who these people. And then I said something about Vin Rames being the token black guy in the movie.
And there were 4 of us on the train.
There were 4 of us on the train, and there was me, who's white.
White guy.
There's Chris, who's also white. Cy also happens to be of the Caucasian persuasion, and the 4th guy
Was
happened
Ving
to be
Rhames.
was Ving Rhames.
He happened to be African American, but to be fair, I don't think he heard us because I was talking kind of
Oh, I saw his face.
Ooh, yes. There's
He
no way.
clearly was looking in our direction exactly when you said that. So that happened.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
That was pretty much it, yeah. And then I got my pass. It ended up being sitting on the seat
Because
of my
you
car.
forgot it.
Yeah. It
Remember
ended up
that?
ended up being on the seat of my car because I had put it down in order to pick up my Dunkin' Donuts cup that
It was
I
right
wanted
where
to
you left
throw
it.
away. Right where I put it down. Right
It's
there.
always the last place you look.
Right there. So, case in point, it's a good thing I put $10 on that ticket.
Yeah.
Because I had to go in and out of that train more than you guys.
You could have just put it in your
Indeed.
pocket, but
I could have, yeah, but I didn't.
YOLO.
I didn't.
But yeah, moving forward though, what then happened was we got back on the train, and then somewhere midway, this lady in a shopping cart comes and asks, "Can somebody help me with my cart?" And then I just went over there and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, lady, here you go."
Cy
so
the
I
hero
helped lift
over
her
here.
cart onto the Yep. Hey,
Side
even
quest.
in my
Side
hungover
quest.
Side
hungover state,
quest.
I helped the elderly.
Yeah.
Side quest, help the elderly.
Yeah.
Completed.
And then after doing that, she sat down and started to talk to me about random topics. And keep in mind, due to my condition, I'm not really in the best social mood to talk to strangers. So I was politely nodding, only half-ass paying attention to her.
And we
then she
weren't
was
gonna
like,
help.
"Oh,
We were just looking off
We
to the
weren't stepping
side
in.
on our phones.
Yeah, I know you were. I was trying to conserve my cell phone battery, which is going to be a recurring theme in this topic, for this conversation, excuse me. But then, of course, her stop was very brief, and I was like, "Oh, could you help me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I helped her once again pick up her cart, move it out, and then she said thank you, and we exchanged our goodbyes, and then we went back on, and I was just like, "Thanks for the help, guys."
Did you get her
Ugh.
number?
Fuck you. Okay, but then moving forward, but yeah. So then after that, the trip was rather uneventful. We made it to our South Station destination.
Yep.
And then we decided to walk our way down, which luckily the train station is just about half a mile away from the convention center.
And that's where we got separated because Cy had a bag, and bag checks a different line. We went right through, me and Chris, and we had to wait for him. That's
Yes.
where we admired the perfect placement of the Witcher 3 display. Prime location. You could get your picture with Geralt. You could get your picture with monsters, I guess, in the background. We didn't.
No.
We didn't do that.
You don't need to do that. There were a ton of people in costume there. If you wanted
That's
a
true.
picture with them,
We
you
ended
could
up
have just-
seeing a really good Geralt and
Yes.
Ciri later on in the
We did.
later on in the night.
Solid 8.
Yeah, solid 8.
I have to
9.
admit,
Out of 9.
guys, there were a lot of impressive costumes. I kept saying too much Pikachu, and a lot of them had to do with, and believe it or not, a lot of those costumes had to do with things that weren't even games. They had to do with, they came out of movies, too. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, there was a lot of movies, and then there was a lot of people I just didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, I think probably like League of Legends and Dota probably.
There was a lot of
things that I was like, I don't know what that is.
a lot of Lara.
There was,
Yeah.
there was. I thought there would
And-
be more, considering that there was actually a Lara Croft panel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was quite a bit.
There were a fair number, and to be and to be fair for you people at home, us three were dressed in jeans. I had a polo shirt. You guys had some t-shirts. You know, I mean, Halloween came and gone. We weren't down.
No, we weren't.
Not knocking anybody, but you know,
I was wearing a sweet limited edition Destiny shirt.
Yes.
I was wearing my
Okay.
Ralph Lauren polo, so
A few other guys
I
were
really
wearing-
dressed for the occasion.
Yeah,
What did I have? Oh, my cake is a lie. Sure.
Cake is a lie shirt. So then we finally
Which the cake is not a lie.
descend onto the PAX show floor.
And it is crowded.
Rivers of people flowing
Mm.
between islands of video games.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and Ryan, there must have been at least 20 to 30,000 people there. I mean, we're talking and keep in mind, the convention center is a huge place, but we're talking almost a claustrophobic amount of crowds there.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was like Tokyo.
Exactly like Tokyo.
I've never been there, but it was just like
I hear it's a lot like Tokyo.
Yes.
PAX is a lot like Tokyo is
Yes.
the slogan of
Paxio.
PAX. Yeah. PAX, it's a lot like Tokyo. So the first thing we came upon was the Behemoth booth, which they're famous for making Castle Crashers and Battle Block Theater. And their new game called Pit People is coming out. It's like a turn-based action game. And we're checking it out, and I walk directly past the sign that says "Donut Enter,"
I told you multiple
and
times.
a fairly large
Security
gentleman, yes,
Bouncer.
asked me to please donut enter. So I turned around and donut entered. We also got a sweet backpack.
Yeah, those string.
Yeah, those string
String packs.
backpacks. I haven't used that yet, but that was pretty cool.
Yep.
And then we made our way to the Bethesda booth, which we kind of looked at some of the stuff that they had there.
What was the game they were
Doom.
promoting?
It was Doom,
an
and
Elder
it was
Scrolls one.
and it was Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls Legends, which is their collectible card game, like
yes.
Hearthstone. But Doom was definitely the big event there, and I don't think Doom looks that great.
Looks like Halo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The multiplayer especially looks a lot like Halo.
Mm-hmm.
The single player is
Right.
a little bit different, but I saw some of the single player live streaming they did. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. I'm real skeptical about that game.
I don't know. I've never really been a Doom player, Ryan, but I will say I don't know. It looked okay. I'm gonna wait for it to come out before knocking it, but I actually didn't think it looked that bad. Now I've never played the demo, but I'm just saying from a graphic or from a viewer standpoint, it didn't look half bad.
Yeah, we'll see how that comes out. It's coming out next month. But we noticed some swag, some
Swag.
cups.
Oh yes.
Um,
That Nuka-Cola mug
Nuka-Cola mug.
and the bottle cap opener
And
Yep.
the bottle heads.
magnet.
Yeah,
Guys,
bobbleheads too.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I wanted
bottle
all of
cap
those.
opener, guys. It's on eBay and it's selling for about $100 because it's a limited edition item. That's why I'm a little pissed.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's why I've never seen it.
How much was it there?
Oh man, I don't even know. I think it was like $10. $5,
Oh, man.
$10.
yeah.
missed
Ironically,
out,
the
but-
bobbleheads are cheaper because I'm looking at this right now. Bobbleheads range from $11 to $49.
So what's $100?
That's on the bay.
Cyrus, what's $100?
It was the Nuka-Cola bottle opener.
Oh,
It's
the
a
bottle
limited
opener.
edition, though.
It's a magnet too, right?
Probably. All right.
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. So then we made our
Guess
way
not.
around to the PlayStation VR display, and we were like, "Oh, cool! We're gonna
Sweet.
we're gonna finally try to check out VR.
Let's just get in line
Let's just
and
get
play.
in line and play VR."
Because that's
So we were in line for a little while before we started catching wind of maybe we're not actually supposed to just be standing in line.
wait a tick.
We're informed that you're supposed to sign up through this app, this PlayStation Experience app or something like that.
A month ago.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And we had to download it on this Wi-Fi that's totally saturated
30,000
by
people.
30,000 people, and it didn't work so well. Cyanide didn't actually cancel ours.
What?
Chris did, though.
Did you say cyanide?
Cyanide didn't cancel ours.
I gave up.
But I didn't. I just closed my phone off. I just locked the phone. I didn't wait for it to download. So mine downloaded like hours later.
I didn't want to kill my phone.
And yeah, either way, it was totally full, all booked up for the entire day. From what I understand, this is just word on the street. This PlayStation Experience app kind of sucks in general. It had like a 2.5-star rating, and I guess Sony's used it at other places before, and it's kind of sucked.
Is it just for...
It's just for
reservation
booking
type
appointments.
things?
Yeah, it's just for booking appointments at these events. But we couldn't have done it before the event opened. They started taking reservations when the floor opened.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
it was all full up. So,
Yeah, believe it or not, I deleted that app the day after we left PAX.
I deleted it before we left.
So if we had got there at 10,
Yeah,
we might have had a shot.
yeah, we might have had a shot at maybe
But I digress.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have had a shot at Sunday. Yeah, I mean, you could book out for the next day or the day after, but we weren't. We were only going for the one day.
Yeah.
So then we kind of worked our way around. There were a lot of booths. We saw Overwatch, which is a multiplayer game coming out soon. And then there was a lot of Battleborn as well. There's a lot of displays of that, which is a little confusion between the two games. They are different. Battleborn's more of like a MOBA, and Overwatch is more of a straight on like team-based first-person shooter like Team Fortress or something like that.
Is that the Blazinski game?
No, that's a different game. That's Lawbreakers, which
yes.
was debuted
That
like
had a
the
big
day
crowd.
before too. Yeah,
Big
that had a
crowd.
big crowd too. That's by Cliff Blazinski, the guy that did Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the team that did Gears of War. Yeah, what is the Gears of War? We made our way to this booth where they were, I think it was for computers actually, like pre-built computers, but they were playing Dark Souls 3, and this guy, like,
Noob.
it took forever to just get the guy in the game, for one thing. We were standing there for probably like 5 minutes. They were going through menus and shit like that.
Yeah, and then they picked the depraved.
Yeah, I think they were all the same
Deprived.
class. I think it was all the same class.
What's
like-
the name of the class?
Deprived, yeah.
Yes.
I think that was the challenge. Like, how far can you get with the deprived? And it brought you right into the first boss. And this guy like somersaulted off the side of the map like
It's
immediately.
off the side of a cliff.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
what he did.
Immediately.
if you watch any videos, that's all anyone does.
Yeah, that's
so
all anyone does. Yeah, that's how you
just
beat the
not
game.
off a cliff.
Yeah, you just tumble off a cliff and that's the end of the game. He just did that pretty much immediately. You could tell he had absolutely no idea what he's doing. And then the guy was like, "Have you guys ever played this game before?" And he's like, "Nope,
Nope.
never
See you
played
later.
it. See ya.
Nope, you
thanks
got
for
a bunch of rookies here.
thanks for
Yeah.
wasting my time."
So that was a letdown.
Yeah, that was a letdown. I actually wanted to see how far I could get in that, but the line was pretty long. That's kind of the story here.
Long lines.
The line is pretty long.
Yes.
There was a really cool haunted house
Oh,
brought to us by Outlast 2.
Outlast.
I'm still not over it.
And I thought it was just a haunted house. It didn't really look like, I don't know, didn't look like any of the other booths. It was just like this doorway that went into this building.
Well, it did kind of look like people were just walking in and then coming out,
Yeah.
but they were just triplets. So
Triplets?
everyone looked the same
Oh, yes. Everyone looked exactly the same.
because we were in Tokyo.
Yeah. That's right. PAX, it's like Tokyo.
So
So we ended up passing that by, but apparently it had like an exclusive demo.
Never
in it.
before
Never
seen.
before seen of Outlast 2, the first demo of it. So
It was probably
You know.
so cool.
That happened.
We'll never know.
No, well, we'll probably play it at some point. Then after that, it was like about noon, and we were all really hungry.
Yep.
So we made our way up to the food court, which was just about as busy as every other place.
Was that before or after Mario Maker?
Mario Maker's after that.
Before.
Yeah, after the food. So we're like, there's a Sam Adams pub, like bunch of different places to choose from food. One of them was branded Sam Adams. Turned out it had pretty much the same food as all the other places. Wasn't anything special. We'll wrap around to that later in the day. And there were other places, and we ended up going in the shortest line. And we're like, hey, why not, right? Looked like they were selling like chicken sandwiches and French fries and stuff like that. Turned out to be the seafood only line. Before this, though, we were looking for a restaurant, or not really a restaurant, a booth,
fine dining establishment.
a fine dining establishment. I noticed that there was this cosplay chick just standing there, like over by the Sam Adams thing. And I was like, all right, it was a good costume.
If only she was dressed as Hitman.
Yeah. And then just kind of off to the
Agent
side,
47.
I just noticed her. And then we got into line, like across the entire food court, like nowhere near where we were previously. And we were in line for a couple minutes, and I noticed that she was behind us again.
We got a trail on us, Ryan.
It's like,
CIA.
what are you doing? There's a bunch of places here. You following us? I didn't say anything.
No.
I should have, though. I
She
should
heard
have
you, though.
You
confronted her.
probably should have.
I should have confronted her.
She
It's
knew
very
what you were
strange.
thinking.
That's also where we saw this weird blue cosplay. This lady was all in blue and had a trident, looked like she was underwater or something like that. I don't know what it was from.
Like Eiffel 65.
A sea nymph, a siren.
Yeah, maybe somebody out there knows what exactly where that's from. With our
Red hair.
amazing description.
Eye patch.
Yeah.
Overalls? No.
I don't know.
Overalls, red hair, blue, and she had prosthetic teeth that
Oh, yes.
that
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, it looked like a vampire or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was a vicious thing.
So we get Chris and I got chicken sandwiches.
Chicken? No, we didn't.
No, you did not
No,
get
no,
chicken
we
fish
got
sandwiches.
fish
Sorry,
sandwiches.
I misspoke.
It tasted like
Fish.
chicken a little bit.
Fish sandwiches, and Sai got the buttermilked clam strips.
Buttermilked fried clams.
Oh, yes.
I thought
Now,
the
keep
food
in
was
mind,
pretty
I'm
good.
actually not a seafood fan, and what I was worried about was I hear all these horror stories where you eat seafood in not a legit restaurant, and then you end up puking your guts. And keep in
Yeah.
mind, I'm not in
Or
the
your
best
butts.
condition, so I just ate the closest thing that I thought that I liked, and I mean it wasn't bad. I
Yeah,
mean
I
the
thought-
fries helped.
It wasn't good.
I thought the
It wasn't
food was
bad.
pretty good. It wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been,
Right.
Oh, absolutely not.
and it seemed pretty well made, well prepared, all that stuff.
And it was definitely the
Well-
fastest.
Yeah, it was definitely
It
the
was,
shortest
but-
line.
Yeah, but I still kind of wish I just waited in the Chinese food line.
We needed
Yeah,
to
it
get
was
back
Chinese
to
food.
not doing anything.
Right, we had to jump right into it. After lunch, we missed out on the Mario Maker tournament.
Ryan was very disappointed.
Yeah, our friends over at Giant Bomb were putting on a Mario Maker tournament. Dan Reichert versus Patrick Klepek. And we got up there, and there was a line, and we were kind of standing in it. We were like, hey, this is probably the line.
Long line.
Yeah, very long line. And then after a while, I was like, I should probably ask somebody if this is the right line, because it seems like it isn't moving anywhere, and it should be.
Yeah,
like,
we were
going
standing.
inside the room by now.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he's like, oh yeah, this is it's totally full. These people are just hoping that maybe they're going to get in.
But they're not.
Yeah, but they're not. I was like, okay, cool. See ya.
See you next
And then
year.
after that, we just said, isn't that when we just said, screw it, let's just get our swag bags.
No. After that, we decided that we're just going to have to wait in a line if we're going to get into anything. We're just
Yep.
gonna have to.
Yeah.
So we decided to get into the line for the Lara Croft, undisputed queen of gaming.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
Hubba,
Hey
hubba.
now.
Panel being hosted by Kind of Funny's Greg Miller and a panel full of Crystal Dynamics people that have been working on Tomb Raider for a long time. We were in line for quite a while.
An hour.
It gave me time to actually charge my phone.
Yep. So my
First
phone
time,
was
yeah.
undercharged.
Yep.
And I was just watching my bag because that's where I left my phone like a hawk. And then after, about, I don't know, maybe about 30, 45 minutes when the lines really started getting big, I was like, I turned to those two and I'm like, hey guys, hold my place.
Yeah.
So I go back,
But we
pick it up.
didn't.
It was only charged about 35, 40%. And we just continued waiting just so we could get a good seat to the conference.
Yeah, we got a pretty good seat.
Yeah.
No,
weren't
we
Not
did.
the
too
right
far.
seat, but
Huh?
not the right seat.
No, we did not get the right seat. So we went into the conference room, and they had the panel set up in the front of the room with a projector and everything like that, and there were like dozens and dozens and dozens of chairs there.
Battle time.
And on every chair, there was a code for the season pass of Rise of the Tomb Raider
For PC.
for PC, which I already had,
Wah, wah.
and that Chris doesn't own.
Nope. I don't own a PC.
Chris doesn't own. He doesn't own anything, actually. He just has an Xbox One, no TV.
Yep.
It's very sad, but he's a
Yep.
he's a
He has
He's
to
a
use
fan.
a pretend television.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
and it should also be noted, I also do not own a PC. I own a Mac laptop, a MacBook Pro.
yeah. So completely useless to everybody.
PC.
Hmm?
I'm starting a GoFundMe for a PC.
Oh, okay. And kickstart
Play
your PC.
all the games that I bought
Yeah.
on Steam.
And turns out that some of these, like they were giving out some awards, like if you had a special slip of paper that had the code on it.
If you had a special ass.
One of us won free Square Enix games for life, but it wasn't one of the three of us.
Yes.
It was just somebody, one of us in the room.
And I'm disappointed by that because I really wanted the new Deus Ex for free.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, the deal was you got any game Square Enix publishes for free. That's a pretty good deal.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, there's that one.
Yep. They make that.
Was it retroactive, too, or just...
No, I think it was just
Okay.
moving forward.
And then someone else just won all the Tomb Raider games?
Yeah, I think two people won Tomb Raider games, and one of them won whatever they want from Square Enix for the rest of their life.
And another one, Lara's Undies.
Yeah.
Game 1.
Oh, boy. That was a pretty good panel.
Lucky.
Pretty good information.
Yeah, I enjoyed the British guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Night
but
he had
Joe.
a funny
I
accent.
mean, the composer for the first three Tomb Raider games.
He was
Yeah,
very
he was
composed.
legit.
Yeah, he's doing like a whole album of their music, like orchestrated music, Tomb Raider music coming out soon. That'd be pretty cool. I just thought it was very cool to see like the evolution of Lara Croft through long time. Yeah.
No, it was Ryan. And just to jump in, I'm actually someone who has not played any of the Tomb Raider games, but I went in there and after witnessing it, I came out I don't want to say a fan, but I came out astonished by the presentation, and it really makes me want to try it. I mean, the whole presentation itself was very engaging. I loved the history of Lara Croft, and in some ways, it was actually slightly touching how much Lara Croft means to female gamers because before her, there really weren't any female-oriented action stars. I mean, you had Samus Aran, but she's in that metal armor most of the time, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So it really showed that she got a lot of the female gamers into gaming. So I really appreciated that. And now that my brother has an Xbox One, I might actually urge him to buy Tomb Raider so that when I go home, I can actually play it.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, they're great games. I mean, you can pick up the first reboot game on the PlayStation 4, They released a definitive edition of that. That would be a good place to start, and then maybe by the time you're finished with that, Rise of the Tomb Raider will come out on PS4. They're great games.
Huh.
What was that multiplayer one?
Yeah, they have like isometric
Or co-op, I should say.
puzzle games like Temple of Osiris.
Yeah,
and,
that's the one.
there was another one that was like that too. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good presentation. I liked looking back at like the first Lara Croft, and her face was just like one polygon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had more blocks than a Picasso painting.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because you're like, so this is what a generation of gamers jacked off to. A box pixelated
And
figure.
we're there.
Whoa, here we go.
Well, you knew it was coming.
Strong female protagonist that we jack
Yeah.
off to.
Okay, thank you. Yes. I didn't mean to offend all the ladies out there. I'm just stating the ironies of things.
And now there's 4,000 polys per boob.
Yeah.
So,
I thought Greg Miller was
Evolution.
pretty funny as the host. He kept it
Greg
light.
Miller definitely has a very engaging sense of humor. He really knows how to be the MC for a show, so to speak.
Yeah, knows how to work a room. So then after that, we picked up our swag bag, which was just some pieces of paper inside a plastic bag, pretty much.
yeah, and a program.
There wasn't much swag to speak of.
No.
In fact, there was
Yeah,
no
but
swag.
Oh
Zero.
well, at least
Zero
we
caught a
at
glimpse.
least now have proof that we went there.
This is when Chris specifically, had a Markiplier too far.
Yes. It was an afternoon without Markiplier.
Yeah, it was an afternoon without Markiplier.
That was
sort
was one of the biggest reasons I wanted to go. Well, not really. I wanted to go to PAX because we've never gone. And then when I saw that he was going to be there, I was like, yes, I'm doing that.
He's got this unhealthy obsession with Markiplier that not even really any women have. It's very weird.
I mean, I'm kind of over it. Well, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, sure
Because
you are.
I'm totally not even upset at all.
Sure.
I didn't get to see him. But, I mean, I did get to see him.
You did see him, yeah.
And I totally could have jumped the destroyed caution tape
Yeah, the caution tape dividing
that
us
none of
and
the
him.
guards were watching
No,
because I saw a girl do it.
but you didn't.
I didn't.
You could have got thrown out. You probably weren't going
Would
to.
have. I mean, I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah,
But
if it all happened the way you'd pictured it in your dreams.
I might have made it on a Markiplier video. Yeah. Well, there was that other guy too.
Yeah, Jack's Epic Eye.
That's his name.
Yeah, that's his YouTube name. I don't imagine his real name's probably Jack.
Okay.
I hope it's not his real name.
His last name is Sepik Eye.
Yeah,
But, I mean, yeah,
it's he'll probably be back next year.
probably won't. But
No, he probably will. I
was he there
imagine.
last year?
I don't know.
Okay then.
I mean, he could die.
Wow, you're
camera.
getting a little morbid there, Ryan.
On camera too. That would be
Oh
really
God, like Grand Theft Auto.
weird. Yeah. All right. So after that, we kind of hovered around the indie mega booth, which was just a whole bunch of indie games in this area, and we had a couple of standout games that we thought looked pretty cool. There was From
Definitely.
Beneath, which was a horror game, but it was on mobile.
Stealth horror game.
Yeah, stealth horror game. It was on mobile. Like, I think it was coming to iOS and Android. And they actually had some displays there to try it out on. But they were fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
They were like the most germ-ridden.
We would have used all 15 of
Yeah,
our
yeah. We would have
moist
used
towelettes on
all
that.
of our moist towelettes on that.
Size bag was full.
But it looked
Yeah.
it looked pretty cool for a mobile game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I might
No,
check it out.
definitely. It's one of those games I'm gonna have to try out. Actually,
Yeah. And then we also saw this game called Miscreated, which is another zombie survival game. It looked pretty good.
It looked like State of Decay.
It did. It
Little
looked
bit.
like State of Decay. It looked like H1Z1. Looked like DayZ.
Right.
All of those games. But, you know, maybe,
Check it out.
Maybe it'll be
Check it out.
something different. We also saw Deliver Us the Moon, which is like a space adventure game. Exploration, you're on the moon. Looked like it had some
We're
potential.
exploring the moon. Do you think people will find out if the moon is made of green cheese if they explore the moon?
I was going to say.
It is.
Oh.
That's already been confirmed.
Would you eat the moon if it was made of ribs?
Oh,
Yes.
don't tempt me, man. I am a barbecue master.
From
you eat
Southie?
sun if it was made of barbecue spare ribs?
I'm sorry,
question.
what was that?
Wash it down with a nice cool Budweiser.
Budweiser? Hell no, son.
Then after that, we saw Below, which is a game that I've been waiting to come out for a long time. It's going to come out on, I don't know if it's coming to PC, but I know it's definitely coming to Xbox One. It's like, it's a little bit like Dark Souls, but it's an isometric top-down view, and you're just this tiny little person on the screen exploring this huge, like, cave structure around you. And I think there's some sort of permadeath involved where if you die, you start, like, the whole game over or something like that.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
it looks pretty challenging.
And you can't roll.
There's no roll.
I don't know.
I don't know. There might be a roll. We also saw a bunch of shirts for various video games like BioShock, and I think there were some Fallout ones.
Yep, there
Yeah,
were Fallout, Mass Effect, which I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get. Yeah, just general gaming things.
Yeah,
I
they-
only looked at the BioShock ones.
They were pretty cool. They were good designs. Some of them were anyway.
I almost bought one of the BioShock. It was one of the shirts or some of those pins or some one other collectibles that looked interesting. It was the ones that revealed all the psychic powers that you had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We didn't buy anything.
No.
So
We'll get to that later, though.
We tried to get into play a little Overwatch, but they had started turning people away unless you snuck in around the side like a bunch of assholes
unless
did.
you were 5 seconds earlier than we were.
Yeah, and snuck in and played the game. So we didn't get to play Overwatch. We did see
Douchebags.
Uncharted 4 being played, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I actually got hands-on time with a little game called Headlanders, which is a game where you control a person that can detach their head and fly around and detach it to other bodies. So, like, you have a laser gun and you use it to not only to open doors and ricochet lasers off. It's 2D.
Side scroller.
Yeah, side scroller. But you can attack enemies and their heads blow off, and then you detach your head and connect your head to it, and all of a sudden you're in control of the enemy.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a cool concept. I don't think playing a game at a venue like that is really that great. You can't really enjoy it the way you would if you were just enjoying it at home or something like that.
Yep.
It's very loud, very chaotic. And I was
Can't take your pants off.
Yeah, can't take your pants off.
Ooh.
And I was constantly worried about, like, what am I putting my hands on?
Mm.
What kind of gross person? What kind of gross Ebola person touched this before I was here?
It's
But
making
yeah.
a
What kind
comeback.
of syphilis does he have?
I did actually get to play a game at PAX East.
You got-
Woo!
Yeah, Ryan, I was going to say they had MLB The Show there, and I was like, yo, Ryan, if we got some time, let me school you in how good I am at that game.
Yeah, we didn't have time for that.
Nope. Never will.
Moving on.
You got your 20 minutes, Si.
Shut up. Someday I might actually take you to a game if you ask me nicely.
I've been to a game before.
Oh, well, you'll have to go again so you
sports
can
game?
Yeah,
re-energize.
sports game.
What are those?
Then we got more food.
oh,
this
yeah.
time we
What's
got
a
a
Sam Adams?
we got a nice bar
Slipped
seat
right
at
in there.
Sam Adams.
Seat was still warm,
Seat was still warm,
and it was wooden.
and this lovely waitress comes up to us and says,
First of all,
First of all, we do not. We're not serving alcohol. What happened last year was that some people were selling alcoholic beverages to underage children. So, and then what I should have done, Ryan, was I should have been like, that's all right. I'm still hungover from last night."
but instead
then-
I said, that's okay, because I'd probably pass out anyway, and such a knee slapper. Her reaction was
Go ahead.
beyond anything I could describe. It wasn't
It was
laughing.
like
It wasn't.
Tough crowd.
It was like she didn't know how to react. Is what the reaction was.
She had never heard a joke before.
Yeah,
in
it
her
was
life.
like she had never heard a joke before or had never laughed.
Well, never
I mean, it
heard
wasn't
a really bad joke.
Yeah, it was a really bad joke. But
but the thing is, you need to give a polite laugh or a polite chuckle at least, you know.
Or have like.
I mean,
fake
help him out
applause
there. Help
on
a
your
brother
phone,
out here.
yeah.
Like SNL.
So that happened. And then some other things happened too.
Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't
first-
the only thing
and-
that happened at this dinner.
No, it was not.
It was very disorganized. It was her first day. I think it was her first day.
Seemed
It
like
was
it was her
obviously
first
her
day.
first day because she had that deer caught in headlights look.
It may
I've
have been
seen
her
it
first day at life.
Right.
It very
Oh,
may have
very
been.
well could have been.
Or the first day after a lobotomy.
Yes.
She,
Oh Jesus, you guys are brutal. I'm the one. I'm not even trying to defend her, and I'm just like, yep. What happened was first day. It was her first day on the job. I've seen it before.
she was probably
but,
overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think she was overwhelmed, and it didn't help that people kept coming up to her and being like, "Hey, we're making an exception to everything you've been taught up to this point. I don't
Yeah.
have a card to swipe to put this order in. So here, put this in, and let me explain it to you 5 times because you're not getting it."
Yeah, she was having trouble.
Yeah,
A lot of trouble. Couldn't
And then,
remember, like, there were 3 soda choices, and she couldn't remember what we picked.
yeah.
We asked her for a cup of
Yeah,
ice.
that's
and
what she
gave
did.
us one
That's
of
what she
those
said.
airport style cups.
Yeah, that was fine, though. That was fine.
Nah, dude, I need a big cup.
yeah,
I need a
because
big
the soda
joint.
wasn't cold.
Yeah, the soda wasn't very cold, so we asked for ice, and she gave us it in little cups.
And then she gave
Yeah,
Cy, the
airport-
guys next to him.
Yeah,
Their bill.
gave Cy the wrong bill. It was like an
You got-
extremely high bill.
You got like a chicken sandwich
Yeah.
or something? Oh, they actually had
No, it was chicken tenders.
chicken fingers, yeah, tenders.
Yeah, we had chicken tenders and fries. We all got that exact
It's
same
probably
thing.
just fish, but.
It's probably, yeah.
And then she
Fish
gives him
fillet.
the bill for like 2 burgers and fried pickles.
Yeah.
Pickled chips, not.
Yeah, pickled chips,
Pickled
very
chips.
important. It wasn't just an entire pickle deep fried like the guy was wondering.
The guy was like,
Didn't-
fried pickles are.
Then
are
there
they
was this other
chips,
guy that came up behind me and was like looking for his burger.
or are
and
they
she's
whole
like,
pickles?
and she's like, "Oh, well, we gave that to somebody else because sometimes people just order food and don't come and pick it up."
And walk away. Like
And the
you
guy's
did.
like, "But I didn't really walk away. I was just over here."
That's the point of the reservation.
That's the
It's the point of the order.
Well, you should have
That's the
stayed.
point of the
by-
order
you should have
process.
stayed waiting for your food. You shouldn't have left the damn line.
I
Give
don't
me a
know.
break.
It was really weird. It was
He
just a very surreal experience
he was
all
not
around.
happy though.
No, he
It
wasn't
was.
very
He
He let
happy.
her know.
I was just kind of staring straight forward, like, don't look at the sky.
Yep.
Because I don't know what he's gonna do.
He got
I
his
think
burger.
he
though.
got his burger. Yeah, we got our food. We paid up. It was nice.
Yep. I paid
It
right
was-
away, so I didn't
Yep.
get someone else's bill because that was also something that was happening when we first got there.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, you gave this person the wrong bill.
yeah. It was. There were clues to pick up on.
Yeah,
It was a puzzle, that's for sure.
and no beer.
It was weird. I got my chicken tenders like immediately after I ordered it, and then you guys had to wait. It was strange. I thought they were just gonna bring it right out. It was just like, "Oh, you want chicken tenders? Here."
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the fish place was very quick,
Yeah, the fish place, they put it together right there. It was pretty easy.
but Sam Adams,
Yeah, pretty slow.
I think they were all drunk.
Yeah, probably on the beer they don't sell.
That's why they weren't selling it. They didn't have
Yeah,
any
they
left.
drink it all themselves. After that,
Yep,
So
that's
then,
Boston for you.
we go to our last event, which is the giant bomb panel.
well, we waited.
Well, yeah. Well,
We
there were
waited.
2 events. There was the giant bomb panel. Then before that, there was the line to get into the giant bomb
Yes.
panel.
The condense.
Yeah, the
Everybody condense.
don't sit down
Yeah.
because you all have to stand for an hour and a half.
Yep.
I had been irresponsible and not drank water for a very long time, and I thought I was going to pass out because my mouth was so dry and I was so dehydrated that
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to make it. but I couldn't get out of line.
You're dehydrated. I spent last night drinking, and you're telling a guy who, even though he's mostly out of his hangover, that he's got to stand for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Damn, what the hell? What the hell is this? A Soviet prison camp or something?
Yeah, I mean, well, once we got into the panel, it was, that's what it was.
Pretty much,
It was
yeah.
a Soviet prison camp.
Yeah, my eyes were like ready to bleed.
We did
They were so dry.
meet a very nice couple that
Yes.
allowed Cy to use their portable charger to charge his phone.
It's called a new Trent, people, and I'm gonna look for one once they decrease in price.
So little does everybody know, Cy has a really shitty phone that won't
it's
hold
an
the charge
i5.
for shit.
I have it for
But it
like
will
I've had it for
download-
like 2 years, bro.
Yeah, it will download.
The PlayStation experience.
Yeah, when did that happen?
I think it was before that.
It was
Was-
definitely
it was at
before
5.
that.
Yeah, it was before that.
It was right before
What
5
happened was
because
I left the thing on and then what happened was this is another point of the story. I noticed it completely downloaded. I put the app on, and then it stated like there was one place available for the 5 o'clock showing for PlayStation VR. I immediately tried to sign up. Then it said, you have to register an account with us. So I'm just like, fuck me. And I'm just trying to register. And then it still said one place open, and I thought I reserved it. We get to the line so I could at least... so even though Chris and Ryan would have had to wait for me while I enjoyed the VR experience and then explained it to them, they came and said, sorry, name's not on the list. And then I was just like, what?
Basically,
that's exactly what he said.
Basically, it sounded like the guy was pretty much just admitted that, like, yeah, this app sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not on the list.
there's no appointments.
Yeah.
Ever.
This doesn't
Yeah, he was
work at
basically
all.
like, look, you don't like me, I don't like you. Now go fuck somewhere else.
Like,
That
I'm
was
in charge. I'm in charge. You're not.
Yeah.
Bye. Is pretty much what he
You
said.
had a reservation and it's gone.
Yeah. That's the point of the reservation.
Right.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't.
back to the giant
reservation.
bomb line.
I don't need a
How do you have one?
reservation. You know who I am, buddy?
Cy the Sniper.
Cuddy,
That's
one.
right.
Cuddy, one. Cuddy.
Seifeld.
So then back to the giant bomb line.
Yeah.
Cy's charging his phone. Some people are playing a board game on the ground, taking up a lot of space.
That got the kibosh.
Yeah, they got shut down real quick.
Real quick.
And then all of a sudden, Geralt and Ciri appear behind us. Pretty good cosplay.
Really good.
Yeah, they definitely
It was,
put a lot
that
of
was
it
work
was
the
into
best
that.
ones
definitely
of the
one of the
day.
most impressive I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had full armor on, and
The big
the
boss
scores.
was pretty good.
Yeah, the big boss was
Big
good.
boss and quiet.
Yeah, there was some good
quiet.
cosplay there. Quiet. There was some good cosplay there. I just thought there would be more of it. Like it seemed like there was some of it that we saw. Like there were some at the Lara Croft panel. Like they took them all aside and we're gonna do like a photo shoot somewhere.
There's like 10 of them.
Yeah, 10 or 12 of them or something like that,
Or 50.
or 3,000. I don't know. It was
30,000.
somewhere between there, and I just felt like there was gonna be more. But I guess maybe this isn't exactly the spot for it. Like maybe it's more of like a Comic-Con thing where you see more cosplay.
I mean, there's no real
No,
point to
I
it.
definitely think it's more of a Comic-Con thing where you see it
Yeah.
because Comic-Con, they just don't have, I mean, they have all the shows that are either based on comics or sci-fi related, anime. I mean, it's huge. And I believe it or not, I was talking to somebody later and they said that Comic-Con is actually a little more expensive, they thought, than PAX, which does seem to make sense because they have to charter all the comic book writers over and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's more events. But I still may go to it. I don't care what the price is.
In San Diego?
No, they have a
No,
lot
I
of
think
them.
it's a Comic-Con here at East.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we were in that line for a long time.
Long time.
Dehydrated, tired.
Those
Actually,
guys
guys,
in
I
front
just
of us?
looked it up. Boston Comic-Con is August 12th through the 24th at, I think it's the Boston Convention Center again.
Cool. Maybe we'll go to that.
Mark your calendar.
So we're waiting in the line for a long time.
Those guys in front of us.
Oh,
playing
yeah,
those
they were
games.
playing some fun games.
They were betting on
Yeah.
everything.
$1. They were doing $1 bets on literally everything.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
would
need.
drop their phone
Yeah.
Whatever side it landed on.
Yeah.
Dollar.
Flip a coin, flip a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty entertaining.
Yes.
All in good, all in good fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we finally got in.
Yes.
We got it.
Lots of people.
Yes.
We were about middle of the room, I'd say.
Bottleneck.
Literally the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was the big open space
Right.
in front of us, so which I'm assuming
Right.
is the
They were
middle
trying
of
to
the room.
shuttle us like off to the side.
Yeah, we were like,
toward the back. And
we're not having none
But we're
of this.
not getting that.
We were like, hell no. Do you know who we are? We have a podcast.
Yeah.
We're sitting where the leg room is.
We're the mega
And I
Gamecast.
thank God
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah. And so we popped the squat in the seat, which felt really good because we'd been standing for a long time.
Long time.
Long time.
Long line.
And then the Giant Bomb crew shows up.
Yep.
Jeff Gerstmann, Vinny Caravallo, Alex Navarro, Austin Walker,
And
Dan Reichert. And Drew Scanlon was there too, running the camera. And they were pretty entertaining. I liked them because I've been following them for quite some time now.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really know who they were.
Yeah.
But
I did a little explanation.
yeah, you gave me the
Yeah. Dan Reichert's the heel.
Yeah.
He's the
was
jerk.
He was pretty funny.
Yeah, he was
You can't
funny.
eat hot dogs for shit, but
No. Well, he admitted it.
yeah.
He's like, I'm going to eat this,
Yeah.
these hot dogs really slow. Mm-hmm. Where did hot dogs show up?
Where?
So halfway through their presentation, it was supposed to be a preparation for E3, but it wasn't anything like that at all.
Not at all. No. They talked about VR a lot.
Yeah, they talked about just about everything other than
fuckable
preparing
desks.
for. Yes, fuckable desks came up a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, in the back of the room, there was arose quite the racket. And everyone's kind of turning around like, what's going on back there? Guy in a hot dog suit and another guy pushing a hot dog cart.
Slinging dogs.
Yeah, just started whipping hot dogs.
It was,
Whipping
it was some
wieners
guy
all
in a
over the
banana
place.
suit,
man.
wasn't it?
No,
think it was
it's a hot dog suit.
Oh.
And he was just
the bun was
dousing
yellow.
them in
yeah,
ketchup.
They were covered in ketchup.
I don't think he was throwing those ones.
No, he wasn't.
I
He
thought
was
at
handing
first
those
he
out.
was, and I'm like, what?
But no, he was throwing the hot dog with the bun, and often they would detach.
They were in boxes, too.
Yeah, some of
but
them were in boxes. Some
I
of
think
them
he
were
opened
just
the
out
boxes.
of the boxes.
Yeah.
And
Very slippery.
I recognized the person in the hot dog suit as a former Giant Bomb employee that still does work with them from time to time. And it was an entertaining time. They had like a hot dog eating contest that was not exciting at all
No.
because they ate really
No,
slowly.
it wasn't.
But they hammed it up. It was entertaining.
It was exactly an hour, I think,
Yeah, it was approximately an hour.
because they were taking questions, and then they just... with
yeah, that's-
like 5 minutes left, they're like, okay, let's speed this up. We're going to try and get through as many of these as we can.
Yeah.
And this kid just asked...
Yeah, this
was like
really long
5
meandering
minutes.
question. It wasn't even a question. It was like a statement, and then at the end there was this tiny little question at
And
the
it was
end.
about malt liquor or something, I
Yeah,
think?
Yeah, it was.
that happens a lot
Yeah.
at their things. But I found out later that they didn't know about the hot dog thing. The person that did it was like just told them that like, hey, we're gonna do something at your panel.
Oh.
So that's why it probably they didn't have as much time for questions as they thought they were going to.
Yeah.
It's because that hot dog thing took a really long time.
Could have been worse.
It could have been, yeah. There could have been 15 meandering questions instead of just one. Yeah, and I told Cy, and I think I told Chris after this, it's like they did a lot of referential humor, stuff that you would have
they
known
did.
if you had followed them. So I got a lot of the jokes, but a lot of them
Yeah, I
fell
just
flat
laughed
because they just didn't make any sense outside of the context. Like the malt liquor thing is something they talk about all the time on the Giant Bombcast. And there's just other references like they did when the VR headsets came out, the Vive and the Oculus. They did like 13-hour live streams of all of the games that launched for those on their days. So that's why they talked about VR and stuff like that a lot because they had been doing a lot of coverage of it. I thought it was pretty good. I wish it was longer.
That's what she said.
It's like
And I don't think you're talking about the hot dogs either, Chris.
Heyo.
these panels are like only an hour long, and like something like that, they probably could have gone on for like 2 hours or something like that. But oh well, it was entertaining.
Yeah, like I said, I'd never watched. I don't think I've seen anything of theirs before that day, and it was pretty enjoyable.
You gotta watch some of their stuff. It's pretty funny.
They seem like something I would enjoy.
And then we had our crazy departure, our confusing
Lost in
exit.
Tokyo.
Yeah, Lost in Tokyo. We wanted to go and see if maybe we could stop by the Bethesda booth and pick up some swag.
Oh man, I wish I got that bottle cap.
Yeah. Well, considering that it's going on eBay for $100, hell
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted the bobbleheads and a Nuka-Cola mug.
That's really
but,
all I wanted.
Yeah.
Was the mug.
Yeah. The mug would have been cool.
I was like, oh, I'll save the shipping.
Yeah.
But here we are. Mugless.
But all the curtains were closed.
Yep.
Everything was blocked off. All you had access to was like the latter half of the expo center, which was just computers. Like,
was that the free-to-play area?
hundreds of computers set up to play video games, and there were still people playing them. I mean, hundreds of computers, so many computers set up there. It was ridiculous.
Action Jackson told us.
Yeah, Action Jackson told us
Turn around.
Step aside, turn around, exit the
Nothing to
building.
see here.
So we exited the building through an exit we hadn't come in
Exited
from.
before.
We hadn't been through this door before, and we had no idea where we were.
We were underground.
Yeah, we were underground, and so we meandered around underground for a long time, and we ended up climbing up a banking and climbing a fence, and finally getting back onto our way home.
Yes.
And that was pretty much it.
Followed the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, not too much. Not too much there. We turned in our quest at the quest giver, and we got nothing in return.
Got a bottle of
but
water
memories
at Dunkin' Donuts.
We got memories. Yeah, that's right. We did get water at Dunkin' Donuts. This chintzy Dunkin' Donuts built into the side of the wall.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
He should have said that.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And yes.
It's all right.
Hey,
no, I think it would have been a better experience, Ryan, if we did actually get to play some of the games. But one thing that we'd like the viewers to help us out, we need more subscribers so we can get that media pass.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
we need some media badges so we can get to the front of these lines or set up appointments.
Otherwise, we'll just be talking about how long the lines were.
Yeah, that's
and no one wants to hear that.
Otherwise, we'd have to humor everybody with our view as observers and humorous details about our trip.
Yeah, and nobody wants to hear that.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that. That's for sure.
Who would waste time on that?
So yeah, that's ultimately why we probably only chose to go one day, because we knew we had absolutely no idea what we were going to do, and that it was going to be exhausting, which it was. Although
it definitely was.
The next morning, I wasn't really in that much pain as I thought I was. My legs were going to hurt. I wasn't anyway.
That was my thinking too, Ryan. And the next day, what happened actually, Ryan? The next day, as for you viewers out there, I'm actually now an Uber driver, and I picked up one or two people who went to Comic-Con, and they just said that Saturday was PAX. And they said that PAX on Saturday was an absolute shit show. Like twice as many people as the day before. It being a weekend makes sense, but it was just beyond crowded.
Yeah.
Like we picked a really good day to go.
Yeah. That Saturday pass was sold out like immediately. When they went on sale, it was like within an hour. The Saturday was pretty much gone. So then we had to choose Friday or Sunday, and so Friday just seemed like the better day. I feel like Sundays maybe they're closing down. Some booths maybe won't be open for the full time or something like that.
There's probably long lines too.
Yeah, probably long lines.
Oh wait.
Yeah, there was still long lines. Long lines.
Oh.
Just like Tokyo.
Long lines.
Yep.
PAX, just like Tokyo.
PAX, that should be a good trade slogan.
Yeah.
Next year.
Well, I guess that's going to do it for our PAX Extravaganza episode. Quite the story.
Yes.
Quite the
feel like it
story,
was
but
just
keep in mind,
yesterday.
people, like we said, next year try to get help us get some media passes,
Yeah.
get us some more subscribers, and we'll be able to get more in depth on the latest gaming and gaming trends while we're there.
Speaking of which, if you like what you just heard, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment box below on Facebook or on YouTube. You can follow me at RyanShepard_.
You can follow me at RealSciCuddy.
And I'm at CMO388.
All right, you can catch us in the Gamerholics and the Box of Voice Facebook group.
And if you have any questions about PAX that you want to ask us about, shoot us a comment.
Yep, we
Like
want
the
to do a
lines.
viewer question special coming up soon. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway with it too. So stay tuned for that.
And maybe show our faces.
Maybe.
Or maybe the lucky viewer gets to get one free drink from SciCuddy.
Oh, one free Uber ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not go that far.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right. Peace out, people.
Later.